or not. Welcome to my new FIFA 20 series where I'll be talking about the most affordable tanky players that are comparable to the likes of Hullet, Vieira, Maldini, or some absolute flops that are overpriced and overrated and do not belong in your squads. So if you're like me and you're low on coins right now, then you should be sticking by and watching this video so you can see what players you can put in your epic squads. Now how this is going to work is that I'll be using a performance rating system. There'll be 3 ratings. The first being not it, as in this player is not a tank, his stats don't translate well into the game, and he does not belong in your squad. Second being meh, as in he's inconsistent, he doesn't, his stats don't translate well into the game, and he's just not quite a tank. The third being certified tank. If I put this stamp next to a player, that means you get him immediately, you complete the SBC, or you put in the coins to purchase this player because this guy is a certified tank. There's not much need to be said, you put him in your squad immediately. Now let's get on to the video. What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm back again. Today we're going to be doing a tank or not video. This is going to be my first ever video about this series. I'm so excited. And today's man that we're going to be talking about is Futmas Renato Sanches. This guy was a god in FIFA 17, a god in FIFA 18, but not as great in FIFA 19. But how can EA forget about this beast? They have truly revitalized him in FIFA 20 with this monstrous card. Now, I've done some research on Futbin and realized that with an anchor, he literally has more total in-game stats than middle Vieira, with Sanches having 508 compared to Vieira's 499. Now keep in mind, Sanches is only 38,000 coins on the PS4 and 40,000 coins on the Xbox. He's 52 times as less compared to middle Vieira. So those stats may make Sanches seem like an absolute steal, but in this series, stats mean nothing until you put it to the test. So what I'm going to be doing today is play a few rival games with Sanches and see if he lives up to his stats and hype. See you then. So now we're going to take a look at some highlights. I played a couple of Div Rivals games with him, and this was in Division 5, which is a pretty hard division, especially for a player to shine in, but like this guy did not disappoint. One thing I noticed about this card is that he acted as my extra defender, he acted as my extra center attacking mid, you know, making attacking runs, attacking plays, and you know, he played really well at this center mid position. You know, he got the ball, he distributed it from the defense to the offense. You know, just look at that assist, and yeah, he was just he really impressed me, and it really you know, I got a real reminiscence about him in terms of his previous cards. You know, it felt like his FIFA 18, FIFA 17 cards, which are absolute beasts. And just like look at these highlights, man. It speaks volumes at like how good he is. Like look at that, he dribbled like an app. His dribbling is comparable to Rod Hullet, like quick sharp turns. His dribbling's 83, but like man, I'm telling you, it feels like 87, 88. He was just in terms of dribble, it was just a nightmare for my opponent's defenders to handle, and his passing is really good as well. His vision, it really helped making the attacking plays. Look at what he's doing. He's pressuring my opponent. He's not giving him, you know, a chance in day to make an attack. And look, he gets the ball back easy. Nothing to him. He did this all game for me. These are the traits of a tanky player. You know, when it comes to my final verdict, you won't be surprised what I give him. Like looking at this gameplay, you can see for yourself. This guy was just a handful for my opponent. Just he dribbled like Maradona, but he defended like Vieira. Just like that's a deadly combo. And this is literally what you want from a center mid, from a box-to-box player. And yeah, after watching these highlights, I'm gonna come to my verdict and see you then. So now it's time for our final verdict. This guy is a certified tank. I mean, like as I said in my, you know, we're watching back the highlights, this guy had the traits of a tanky player. I mean, I played him as a center mid, but like I said, he felt like an extra defender, and he felt like an extra, attacking player. He made those forward runs. He distributed the ball to my strikers and wingers like perfectly. He dribbled out of tight and tricky situations with his smooth dribbling. Like he has 83 dribbling, but trust me, I can't emphasize this enough. He felt like, 87, 88, Vieira type dribbling. He just good enough, just about good enough for a center mid. I don't expect Messi type dribbling from him. He's a CDM at the end of the day, but as a CDM, he was just top class as a dribbler. But like as a CDM, he needs to be well rounded in all his other stats. I applied an anchor on him. He went up to 88 pace. He felt pacey in game. Felt way faster than my opponent's CDMs. The opponents that didn't have Vieira's or Hullets. But his shooting, his shooting didn't show as much for me, but like that's understandably so because I played him as a center mid. That was just behind my attackers. But with his dribbling, he got into some good attacking positions sometimes, and he hit the post a couple of times. But like the main thing is his passing and defending, and oh my God, his ball distribution was top class. He defended well. He got the ball back from the defensive half, dribbled through the midfield, and just he played the most amazing passes, distributed the ball so perfectly. In these rivals games, I won two, drew one, and he was just one of the main factors towards my victories. And like I said, his dribbling is so smooth, man. Like I haven't used this type of player. Like this guy reminds me of his FIFA 18 and FIFA 17 cards, his team of the season cards. Like legit, like EA. So far the SBCs have been awful, but like they take the win with this card because they made him an absolute beast. This is how it should be. Renato Sanches is always a nightmare in FIFA, and this is exactly what his card is. He is a nightmare. And he's only 38,000 coins. So if you already have him in the squad, use him. Apply an anchor on him or an engine on him, and he's just so perfect. Or even shadow. If you put a shadow on him, like, bruh, it's game over. If you put a shadow on him, he goes up to 93 pace and 90 defense. But if you want to enjoy him a little bit more, I want to experience a bit more smooth dribbling, I'll put an engine on him if you want to play him at a cam. With an engine, he goes up to 88 dribbling, which is even scarier, to be honest. He's gonna dribble past all of your opponent's players. That's how good he is on the ball. But enough chit chat. I've already hyped this guy up too much. He gets the job done. He is a certified tank. You get him immediately. This has been your boy Shiz with a Tank or Not series, and yeah, see you next time.